Oh, no, this is a video I could get
Say
behind.
stuff it and try the all-new salad stuffers, only at Panera.
It's Mario's house, and it's about to get less disgusting.
Question. What does Wayne Gretzky, Lionel Messi, Novak Djokovic, Barry Bonds and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar have in common?
They're all savages.
It's not that they're all champions. Barry Bonds never won a World Series.
He said, what are you getting into today, bro? We're going to watch a little bit of YouTube, most likely Clip Farm, you know how it is. And then probably play some Overwatch or something, or scary games. I don't know. I've been looking for a co-op scary game to play. I want to start variety streaming. I think you and I need to both really dig our heels into variety streaming. So, I don't know. We'll find out.
It's not that they're all considered the greatest of their sport. LeBron and Jordan are greater than Kareem. See, all these athletes share one common achievement: MVPs. In their respective sports, no one has been crowned the most valuable player or the equivalent award more times than these guys. However, among these greats, one man stands above the rest, winning 9 awards over the span of 10 years. Wayne Gretzky represents the gold standard for domination. But there's a problem, because without downplaying what Gretzky managed to achieve in terms of MVP...
Guys, this is more for the Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok Reels people. I don't know shit about Wayne Gretzky because I don't know shit about hockey, period. The most I know about hockey is I made a $300 bet on the Bruins like last year and lost fucking all my money because it was supposed to be a lock. And I lost everything. Okay, so that's the most I know about hockey. What I'm going to ask you guys, though, is how good was Gretzky really? Like, what was the dude doing? Was he just scoring buckets constantly? Like, I don't understand. If you know, let me know.
This one guy has everyone beat. See, every year, PGA Tour players who have played in at least 15 money events are invited to vote upon who they believe had the best season. So, for example, last year in 2025, Scottie Scheffler was crowned the best player in the world for the 4th year running, joining the exclusive club of
Thank you
Jack
for hanging out, bro.
Nicklaus, who has won 5 of the awards, and Tom Watson, who has 6. However, there's one man who sits completely alone.
I've heard, now I think he's probably going to get into it in this video, but I've heard that Tiger Woods, out of every athlete ever, had the most dominant run in sports history. Like, he won more than any athlete's ability to win ever. Like, the dude was an absolute phenom.
At the top of the list, Tiger Woods. See, if Scotty wants to catch Tiger's record, he would have to win every single award until 2032
I don't know how well my chat can hear you,
Tiger's
though. 11
Golf Player of the Year awards. By far the most MVP in sports history. But that's just scratching the surface. Because you might know the name Tiger Woods,
of course
but
you know
the
the name
numbers
Tiger
show
Woods.
you probably don't truly understand how ridiculous he was.
I will explain to my dad, second sucks, the third's even worse. I want to win. That's just my nature.
Heading into 1997, the game of golf had a problem. Known as a sport for the wealthy middle-aged white.
I'm going to be honest, though. Let me explain to you guys why I think Tiger Woods... Now, golf is a very, like, prim and proper. Like, no one fucking say anything bad. Don't curse. Call the fans patrons and fucking blah, 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 right? Like, golf is very like that, right? I'm going to tell you why Tiger was so successful. Bunch of stiff whiteys. Bunch of stiff crackers. That's why. Tiger came in there loosey-goosey, swinging that moosey faster than fucking butter. All right? Like, that's why Tiger Woods was so successful. Bunch of stiff whiteys, bro. And I'm not saying they weren't great. Dude, they were fucking silky, dude. They were hitting the ball. Fucking, this guy doesn't know ball, whatever. Tiger came in swanging that thing, dude. Swanging it. Pure. Every time he got up there, whoosh, pure. Oh, surely there's no way, Tom. He can't get out of this position. Is it? Whoosh, and he's 2 feet from the pin, right? Like, because he's a fucking animal, bro. But he was swanging that thing. Bunch of stiff whiteys with their little 290-yard drives. Barely even that. Tiger's out there hitting fucking 315 bombs. Fucking getting up there, fucking getting it up there, getting it into the slot. And fucking whoosh, pured it.
Man, it wasn't necessarily struggling to survive, but it wasn't growing either.
Tom Watson
And nothing shows that more than looking at golf's most prestigious tournament. When you hear the term TV rating, I feel many get confused of what it actually means. However, it's actually relatively simple. A 1.0 rating means exactly 1% of homes in the US tuned into a specific program. So, for example, the 1990 Masters had a rating of 10.5, meaning that exactly 10.5% of the country was tuned in. An impressive achievement for such a niche sport. However, this wouldn't continue, dropping to a low of 6.8 in 1993. It would rebound to a stagnant 9.2 in 96. However, golf was exactly that. Stagnant. The script was predictable, an unathletic middle-aged white guy claiming the green jacket every year.
That's what I'm saying.
It was comfortable, familiar, but wasn't exactly pushing any boundaries, and unfortunately it didn't look like it was going to change anytime soon. Well, that was until a 21-year-old from Southern California turned up and changed everything. Winning the 1997 Masters by a record amount of strokes.
There it is, a win for the ages.
Not only did viewership increase, it achieved a monumental rating of 14.1.
Gold
becoming
jacket,
the
green
most
jacket,
watched
who gives a
Masters
shit?
ever, with 44 million people tuning in. But this shouldn't have happened.
Welcome to the green jacket.
Thank you.
By the way, it clashes with red turbo.
There's many
Yo, why the fuck they gotta say some goofy shit to my boy Tiger like that? Look how unhappy he is to put this jacket on Tiger, and then listen to the snide remarks he makes. Guaranteeing you they didn't make a fucking snide remark about some other dudes they gave the jacket to.
Yeah.
this
Straight
shouldn't
up.
have happened.
Welcome to the
Look at his
green
face.
jacket.
Thank you.
There you
By
go.
the way, it clashes with red turbo.
There's many unique aspects
Dude, alright, fucking good one. They might have been friends and like whatever, but...
that make
You
golf
know what I
stand
mean?
apart and good. See, unlike other sports where a young guy can come straight into a team at 21 and make an impact or win awards, golf simply doesn't work like that. As we can see on this graph, the majority of the world's most popular sports has a player peaking around their mid to late 20s, when the body is at its optimal athletic ability combined with a healthy amount of experience. Due to the precise aspect of the game, you find golfers peak later due to the years it takes to hone the muscle memory required to conquer such a technically challenging sport. See, even though by their mid-30s many of them
Golf is so goated, bro. I just want y'all to understand how goated golf is. It is extremely goated. Listen. I don't know where my clubs are at, but daddy be swanging and banging, alright?
lost the raw power they might have had 10 years prior, it's made up for by their increased experience. However, every couple generations, a scary combination appears. A young guy with all the power and athletic ability one could possess, whilst also having the precision of a guy 15 years his senior. See, over the history of the sport, only 25 guys have ever earned the title of world number one, with it taking on average the very best 8.5 years to accomplish this. Now, we do see this time drastically reduced the better the talent though. Names like Rory McIlroy, Jon Rahm and Scottie Scheffler all managing to reach the top spot in half the usual time, with Scheffler in particular achieving it in a staggering 3 years and 8 months. However, almost no one rose quite as rapidly as Jordan Spieth, who in just over 2.5 years went from rookie to the world's best player. Now, even though this was extremely impressive at the time,
Yeah, he
it
fell
wasn't
off
like
hard as
we'd never
shit.
seen it done before. Turning pro in August 1996, the world of sport had never quite seen a talent like Tiger Woods. In his first year as a pro, not only did he win the Masters by a record amount of strokes, he
Holy shit!
first year as a pro, not only did he win the Masters by a
Are these actual scores of his first Masters? Yo, timeout. There's no way. There's no way that that was Tiger's first score of the Masters. I've also heard he's a talented driver. Yeah, Tiger's definitely good at driving. Some would say that it's hard to follow up Tiger's drive because of the amount of wreckage. Dude, 18 under for the tourney? And the closest dude was 6 under? dunking them motherfuckers, dude. What a savage, bro. Just an absolute fucking savage, bro. That's crazy, bro. You got Tom Kite, Tommy Toes, and Tom Watson.
Record
The
amount
Tommy Tom.
of stroke. See, not only is Tiger Woods the fastest to ever reach world number 1, he also managed it in a third of the time it took Spieth, and almost 10 times quicker than anyone else.
Yeah, and he also
Taking
held
top
the spot for like
just
fucking
9.5
11
months
years.
after turning pro. It was clear to everyone.
All these
that
other
from
bums
now
have held
on,
it for like
the
a
game of
year or
golf was
two.
going to look
Tiger's held that shit for
different.
like fucking 11 years.
See, reaching the
uncontested.
pinnacle of your sport
It's
as
a
an
fucking
84
savage.
is an experience only a handful of people can relate to. However, to go down in the history books requires that level of performance to be sustained, something golfers have always struggled to do. See, inherently, golf is designed against domination. In the majority of sports around the world, your path to a win is through a bracket. So, for example, while there might be 120 odd players at a professional tennis tournament, ultimately, to win, it only requires you to beat 7 different players. In every match, your baseline odds are around 50%. Now, this does change the better the player though, like Novak Djokovic playing every guy one at a time. You play them all simultaneously. Given that an average PGA Tour event has a field of roughly 156 guys, your baseline odds of winning are just 0.64%, but it goes even deeper than that. In tennis, if you're the number 1 player in the world and you're playing at 90% of your maximum capacity, you will almost certainly beat the number 45 ranked player, even if that player is having a great day. However, in golf, if you're the number 1 player in the world and you have a brilliant weekend, hitting 95% of your shots, you will shoot roughly 15 under par. But out of a field of 155 other world-class professionals,
Everyone
there's
shoots
statistical
that.
probability that at least one of them has had the absolute greatest 4 days of their entire career and shoots 60 and under par is incredibly high. And you have zero physical ability to stop them making a 40-foot putt on the 18th hole to beat you by 1 stroke. It's for this very reason that sustained greatness in golf is so rare, and why what Tiger Woods managed to achieve is even more impressive. When you combine the 1 versus 155 format, the 0.64% baseline odds, and the inability to play defense,
I think Tiger's success was his ability to just fucking like lock in and just imagine what he wanted to happen. Like he manifests every shot. Like he gets over the ball. He fucking waggles, dude. And he looks at it and then he looks at his target and he's like, that's where the fuck I'm going to put it. Regardless of what anybody says in the crowd, regardless of what any of the other players are doing, I'm putting it there and then I'm walking up and I'm chipping that motherfucker to 2 feet and I'm dunking that motherfucker.
idea of staying at world number 1 for years on end defies statistical logic. So, for example, if a golfer manages around 20 to 40 weeks as world number 1 over their careers, they're undeniably Hall of Famers. Guys like Jordan Spieth, who spent 26 weeks at the top spot, or Vijay Singh.
I do feel like this guy's edging this video for too long. We're 8 minutes into the video and he's yet to just be like, Tiger held the number 1 spot for 11 years. Like, just get to that part. Let's get to that part.
Above is where we get to the truly generational guys. And simply hasn't given it back. As of right now, his active streak sits around 126 consecutive weeks at the top. Combine that with his earlier stint at the top spot in 2022, he's currently sitting at 182 weeks as the best golfer on the planet. And in terms of active streaks, golf has almost never seen this before, with the next closest being Greg Norman with a 96-week streak in the late 90s.
For holding the number 1 spot,
almost, because as you've probably guessed by now, there's a final tier where we find one man all alone. June 15th, 1997 and May 17th, 2014 are 2 of the most important dates in golf. The first marked the day Tiger Woods became the youngest ever player to reach world number 1 at just 21 years old, and the second marked the last time he would ever hold the top spot. Now, between those 2 dates, there are 882 weeks,
a smooth
or roughly
Buttermeister,
17
dude.
years. Now, of those 17 years, how long do you think Tiger was world number 1? 20% of the time? 30? Maybe half the time? Well, consider this. Rory McIlroy, who people consider as a top 5 golfer of all time, only managed to hold the top spot 21% of the time over 11 years, making 50% over 17 seem ridiculous. However, nothing is ridiculous when talking about Tiger Woods. This timeline demonstrates the sheer scale of Tiger's dominance. As you can see, we have Tiger and 3 other of the best players of the modern generation. And not only did Tiger hold the top spot for 50% of the time, but he spent 13 of the 17 years at world number 1, which adds up to 70% of the time. He had an entire stretch double the amount of time Rory has ever spent at world number 1. Remember Scottie Scheffler's mind-blowing active streak? Well, not only did Tiger manage a similar streak over 100 weeks longer than Scottie Scheffler currently has, but for good measure he decided to do it again, beating that same streak by 17 weeks. In total, Tiger managed to achieve an astonishing 682 weeks as the best player on the planet. However, I want to leave you with one last stat. For an entire decade of 522 weeks, Tiger only spent 32 of them not as the best golfer on the planet. For a 10-year span, he spent 93% of the time as world number 1. And in that equivalent amount of time, you could start high school, graduate, go to college, complete a master's degree, and Tiger Woods would still be the best golfer on the planet.
Yeah, Tiger's the fucking GOAT, bro. He was literally number 1 for like 11 years, basically.